100-348-1007. Figured out the issue with it was a monitor thing, not a mic thing. I fixed it. 35192. Want to send a text, and AlanCoxShow.com. I fully expected to be thanking a different person, the video department. I must have gotten our lines crossed. Fussy Watbottom is helping out today in video department. I was almost positive it was going to be Randall Lopry helping out the video department, but not so much.
Sorry.
But that's okay. I initially
didn't make the cut.
I know. I initially I just got conflicting information, but thank you so much to Fussy Watbottom, and I certainly hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Your Cleveland Guardians are set to play. Are they playing tonight? I think they're playing.
Yeah, they're
tonight.
playing. I think it's they're.
Oh, right. We have an early. Right. What am I thinking? It's a 6:10 game. We got a couple of minutes shaved off this program.
Oh, we're out at 4:30.
Hey, there you go.
Let's just wrap it up.
Yeah, you know what?
We had a good show.
They need a 4-hour lead up.
Much of the enjoyment of people who hate listen to the show will be done around 6 o'clock. 6:10 is going to be your first pitch there tonight and tomorrow. The Los Angeles Angels, maybe or maybe not, still of Anaheim. Here at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. Tonight, 6:10, here on WMMS. Guardians sweep the Twins. That's very exciting, too, because the Twins are a very good baseball team. So they took all three of those games in Minnesota. Boy, I'll tell you what, when you're there at Target Field and you're Kirby Puckett and you're playing for the Minnesota Twins.
It's not his name.
Kirby Bucket.
Thank you.
And from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory fame. And, this not even ragtag team, a very good baseball team, comes to your town and beats you thrice on your own home field. Guardians are now at 73 wins for the season. And the Twins, it was a battle royale for a while between Cleveland and Minnesota for that top spot, and the Twins got put in their place. So, exciting news. For people there. Hey, did I hear correctly? I was listening to a little bit when I was in here preparing for this program. I thought I heard Stansbury say that you drove him home after the Black Keys show.
I did not drive him home. No. So I took my sister to the Black Keys show. It was like our new program director, like his welcome to Cleveland bash.
His coronation.
Yeah.
As the Queen of England is ushered into eternity, our new PD, Rob Anthony, was finally coronated here in Cleveland.
Exact same ceremony, too.
See through coffin, the whole bit.
Yep. 72 hours. But we went down, and it was a great show, by the way. Black Keys, man, they sound so good. And at the beginning of that one song where he whistles, do you know he's actually whistling? Like,
why would he not whistle?
Because I just assumed that that's just like a recording. Like, I don't know. I didn't know that he would whistle live. I don't know why that impressed me so much. He started whistling. I was like, oh my God, that's actually him. Like,
oh my God.
Isn't there a lot of whistling in country music? I feel like you would have witnessed whistling.
There has to be a lot of live whistling in a country concert.
No? I can't think of any country songs off the top of my head that have whistling in them.
You must not be thinking very hard, because there are probably a lot.
That might be older country, not as much a thing in the newer.
Pop
the only whistle I can really think of right now is Peter, Bjorn, and John.
Oh, the young kids or whatever?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, you have. If you heard the song, they had one big hit a few years ago.
But anyway, he does that like...
It was called Young Folks.
Yeah,
was the song. Yeah, I know the one
I
you're
can't whistle
about.
to save my life.
I understand.
Anyway, Stansbury and he had a +1 there, just a guy friend of his. We were all hanging out. This is the first time I had ever met him. And we're getting along, everybody's having fun. And then I guess they Ubered to the show. Yeah. Okay, I know that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Peter, Bjorn, and John.
They Ubered to the show, and he lives in Canton. And he was like, hey, can you just, like, get us out of Blossom? Like, so that way we don't try to call an Uber down here because it's going to take forever. So I just drove him out of Blossom into the nearest gas station and dropped them off.
Wow.
Well, I wasn't going to take him all the way to Canton.
I understand.
But then he was like, yeah.
You got him out. You smuggled them out of the venue.
Right. That's all he wanted. He was like, just get us anywhere public that we can call an Uber to. Mm-hmm. So I just like up the road, there's like a Circle K. So I dropped him off.
Have you become people's de facto DD now when they go to a show? And was he hammered?
They were
probably had a good time.
They were having a good time.
Sure, have a good time like you do at a show.
Right.
And so he's sloshed. And he goes, hey, you say yes.
And they made it to the public place.
Right. And of course, you are a teetotaler now.
Yeah.
And so you're everybody's best friend at the end of the show. That's why you got to dip out before the show ends.
I I usually do that if I'm at like a comedy show or anything really. I'll be like, hey guys, I'm taking off. Does anybody need a ride right now? And they're usually like, no, we'll find it. Because I have no problem taking people home. I mean, I drove.
You're
drunk.
nice enough to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. Instead of, getting a DUI or having to take an Uber, if I'm headed that way anyway, I have no problem doing that. But
okay, so
yeah.
so in that situation, because you've been there so many times probably, in that situation, you don't want to teach them a lesson.
No, I don't
You
mind.
want to
I
go.
don't mind getting people home safe. That doesn't bother me at all. As long as it's not like 40 minutes out of my way. I don't mind
As
taking
long as
people
it's
home.
reasonable.
Right, yeah. That doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, he just
If it's
asked,
not reasonable, then you're on your own, losers.
get that DUI, idiot. Yeah, no, he just asked for a ride out of the venue just to get an Uber easier.
Okay.
Very nice man.
So nothing untoward there.
Nothing at all.
Okay. Well, that's good news then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I noticed there wasn't too much 9/11 stuff yesterday. I was clicking around, and I don't know when it tapered off, but for many, many years, they would do 9/11 retrospectives. And maybe they just, broadcasts can see their metrics. Maybe just over the course of time. It's been 22 years.
There's
21 years.
a few tributes before football games yesterday.
Yeah, but that's like that's all the rah USA stuff's already baked into sporting events.
Yeah.
But if you were clicking around on cable news, I didn't notice too much of it. It used to be like day-long retrospectives where they would show you all the old footage, and you're like, yeah, and you'd get that pit in your gut every year they would do it.
Do you think they forgot?
I mean, I saw hashtags that said "never forget." So, boy, I certainly hope that they haven't taken their eye off the ball and stopped looking at those hashtags.
Never, ever.
So, whatever. But I didn't see too much of that yesterday. My only 9/11 post is always to commemorate the death of John Ritter. Because, of course, he didn't die 9/11 2001. He died 2003. But, social media doesn't need my help having people remember.
Was it still from a terrorist attack?
It wasn't. Well, unless you consider his heart the terrorist, because he was attacked by his own heart. Yes.
Many would.
He was attacked by his own heart.
That's the most domestic terrorist.
Your
It's
heart?
inside your body.
Yeah.
Your own heart. It launched a violent insurrection against his ventricles. Now, he died of the same thing that my friend Jim, my old co-host in Chicago, died from very, very suddenly, something called an aortic dissection, which is basically where there's a huge tear in your heart and you just die. And I don't know that it's anything anybody can predict, or it's nothing that shows up during a yearly checkup. That's what John Ritter died of. I think he died on the set of the show that he used to be on.
That was
in 2003. He was doing a show called 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Daughter. David Spade was on
dating my
it.
teenage daughter.
I think. What was it?
8 simple rules for dating my teenage
What did
daughter.
I say?
You forgot the word teenage.
Oh, 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. And then I think they shortened it to 8 Simple Rules,
Yeah.
ellipsis, because they didn't want the 2 guys, a girl, and a pizza place vibe. Alan, I saw something that made me feel old. People born on 9/11 could buy alcohol. Yeah, I know. My son's one of them. I mean, it's not, they were able to buy alcohol. Well, I guess it depends on when your birthday is. But yeah, it was a long time ago. And I'm sure that there were some, tributes. None of these channels are going to go by completely in a programming day and not mention it. But it seems like not that long ago, they were devoting a lot of time to it. So maybe they were just like, look, there isn't the appetite anymore.
Well, also last
for
year,
this morbid nostalgia porn.
Last year you had the 20-year anniversary, so that's going to get a lot more coverage than the 21st anniversary.
People like round numbers.
Yep.
Even though 2001 wasn't a round number.
Well, I can't help when it happened. I doubt
Can't
they-
we?
We
Can't
could have
we?
people were
That's
seeing
what they were
saying
thinking.
seeing
Can't we?
something and saying something.
That's right. Or maybe if we had amended our foreign policy 30 years prior. Who knows? My buddy's birthday is on 9/11, Alan, and I'm usually reminded to text him. Needless to say, yesterday, I forgot. See, that's what I'm talking about. I was reading about a guy, and maybe you've heard of this guy, Bill, but I hadn't heard of him. I don't know what kind of career he had in Major League Baseball. But a guy who used to be a pitcher for the Atlanta Braves and became a New York cop is a guy named Anthony Varvaro. He's 37, so I guess his career probably wasn't that long, but he was from Staten Island, and he pitched for the Atlanta Braves for 6 years.
Never heard.
Never heard of
him,
Anthony
no.
Bavaro? Yeah, I hadn't either. Which doesn't mean anything, but anyway, he became a Port Authority cop about 6 years ago, and he started out at the World Trade Center Command, ironically, and he was killed on 9/11 in a wrong-way crash. Now, I always think wrong way, they got to come up with some, you know how hit and runs at some point became hit and skip? I don't know why. Hit and run accidents. You'd hit somebody, and then you and your car would run away.
And they
weren't hit and drives. They're called hit skips. You skip the scene. I don't know what that is. But wrong way crashes always make me feel weird because only one party is going the wrong way. But I guess you have to call it that.
This isn't a situation where they're so into the Sublime song that's on the radio that they kill somebody.
No, you're thinking of a date rape crash. That's a much different. That's what you just cranking the Sublime. And no, not that. There was no Bradley Noel influence whatsoever on this. No, this guy was a major league pitcher for 6 years. And then he went back home to New York, became a cop, and he got some people going the wrong way, and they hit him head on and killed him on 9/11. Married, father of 4. Became an instructor with the New York City Police Department. And, of course, he, coached his kid's team, that kind of thing. Hey!
That's a bummer.
You're running that's a wrong way run.
You're going the wrong way,
hey,
you jamoke.
Now, this is the place you're supposed to have a hit and run. When you hit it, then you run. Not out there on the roads. You're going the wrong way. So, yeah, he's a young dude. Loved coaching and teaching the kids. Child of Staten Island. Boy, I wish that guy had been more prominent because, as far as celebrities from Staten Island, you only have Pete Davidson and Colin Jost. That's pretty much what you're left with. I mean, high level. Who else from Staten Island?
I think
Impractical Jokers,
yeah, Impractical
guys.
Jokers.
I mean, people know.
Dude, everyone
Those guys
knows
are
them.
more popular than Colin
They
Jost.
sell out arenas.
Oh, come on.
Are you kidding me?
I watched that show for the first time. I was waiting for my car. I was getting an oil change.
Yeah. That's it? Is that the whole story?
And I was taking a gulp of water.
Gulp your heart out, brother.
And I was watching. But do people know their names?
Yes.
Yes.
They are incredibly famous.
What are their names?
They
You got
are.
Sal Volcano,
Mhm.
and then you do one.
Oh, now you made me nervous. Murr. I don't know his last name.
Then
It's
you
Sal
got
Murr.
Sir Murr.
Joe.
Joe just left.
Joe Gatto.
Yeah,
Gatto, whatever.
Yeah, and then
Wait, one of the guys' names is
Hugh, yeah.
Murr?
Yeah.
Like
His
the
name
stuff
is
they
like a
brought,
nickname, yeah.
stuff they brought to
Murray.
Jesus?
Murray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spelled the same.
So,
I don't know Murr's last name.
I think it is. I think Murray is.
Because
his
Sal
last name.
Volcano.
Oh, James Murray. Yeah, that's his name.
Sal Volcano is the only name I know of those guys.
Yeah, well, he's a stand-up. Joe Gatto, I think, does he do stand-up?
He does stand up too, and I think he does podcasts with Steve Byrne, or they were doing something together. Because he stopped. He left the group because him and his wife split up, and he had to have custody of the kids, so often, that he wasn't able to keep going with the show. Is what I believe was going on.
Brian Quinn is Q.
Anyway, I was waiting in the waiting room getting my oil changed, and they had Impractical Jokers on.
Mm-hmm.
I go, ooh, everybody talks about this show, super popular and super funny. I got to watch this show. So anyway, so those guys are from Staten Island.
It's a fun.
So Colin Jost, Pete Davidson, and then this former Major League Baseball pitcher who was killed yesterday on 9/11 as a Port Authority cop. Somebody was driving the wrong way. A head-on crash near Jersey City, which, I mean, if you have to die anywhere. Are people just not paying attention to street signs?
Yeah, they're
Is that what
texting
it
and
is?
driving. Texting and driving.
Texting, I don't
Texting
care.
and driving.
Negligent.
I could see maybe texting and driving if you were on a long stretch of highway. You're on 90 West. You got a long way before your exit. You're going straight. You're looking up every few seconds, make sure you're not riding somebody's ass, make sure you're not drifting into a lane.
Mm-hmm.
Are you texting when you're in the city and
Sure.
you're making turns and left and right? And wow.
There's definitely people that will do that, and that's not something I would do, but there's definitely people, they're just texting all the time.
Don't they see those billboards that tell you not to do that?
No, they're looking at their phone.
I am a culprit of this.
Why
I am,
what? You text and drive?
I am on my phone entirely too much in the car. I know that.
But like at a red light or
Anytime.
anytime.
If I were to get a text message or a phone call or like an Instagram notification, it is 90% of the time I'm going to pick up my phone and look at it immediately.
No matter what you're doing in the car.
Yeah.
So you're driving along.
It is something I've tried to work on. Like I have to leave my phone in my purse in the back seat in order for me not to use it while I drive.
Or just you could employ human willpower.
Nope. Can't do it. I'm not kidding. If
You
I
stopped,
see my phone.
You stopped drinking.
Yeah. Because I got it.
You can stop texting in your car.
I understand. But if I see my phone light up, I will instinctually reach for it, grab it, look at it.
So just don't do that.
No, that's why I put it in my purse, in the back seat, so I can't
But
look
won't
at
you
it.
still hear it?
No, it's on vibrate. But I'll see it light up.
You'll see it light up.
Yeah.
Huh. And if you see something light up, you have to attend to it.
If I see my phone light up, yes. Because
Can't
if
you
it's
just put it in, like, there's a setting on most iPhones now where
driving
if
mode?
you're driving,
yeah, I
it'll
turn
just
it off
yeah.
as soon as I get in the car.
So you know what you're doing. You could. There are a lot of things you
yes.
could do. You choose not to.
That's why I keep it in my purse in the back seat, because if it is in front of me, I will open it up, turn off the safe driving mode, and begin to be on Instagram. I know how I am.
In your car?
In my car.
You're driving.
Yes.
And on Instagram.
Yes.
What is happening that's that important?
Nothing. It's not that
Nothing.
important. That's why I keep it
But you
in
know
my
all
purse
this.
in my back seat.
So you take all of the roadblocks, if you'll pardon the pun. You take all of the
Safety precautions.
You take them all out of it.
Gone.
You actively remove the safety
Yes.
precautions. I see.
I turn driving off.
Mm-hmm.
I pay attention to it. So I just take it and I put it in the back, and then
Yep.
I won't do that.
You go, wow, this must be important, and then you look and you go, oh no, it's an Instagram notification.
I'll still read it.
Yeah.
Like if it's an Instagram notification, it's just someone commenting on a video or something. I'm like, all right, I'll check it when I get where I'm going.
But help me.
But I will absolutely still take my eyes off of the road to look down at my Instagram notification and then look back
Why
up.
not just get a dash mount so you can just kind of put your eyes over a couple inches instead of looking into your passenger
I could.
seat?
I don't.
That would just be one more safety measure that you want
Right.
nothing to do
Exactly.
with. But don't you hear it vibrate from the back seat?
No.
You don't
I
hear
have
it.
like music and stuff going. It's
But
because
you'll
I
see
can see it in the front seat down by where my shifter is.
so it's not on the passenger seat.
No, it's usually
on, like, the
plugged in,
console.
on like the center console, yeah.
I see. And in your periphery, you'll see that light go on, and
Yep.
you'll say, I must see
At least
what's
see what it is.
at least see what it is.
Yeah. I don't necessarily always respond until I get to like a red light or something, but I will always look to at least see what it
Always
is.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if it's important to you, you'll respond to the text.
Right.
Because
Or
I
the
think
email
I don't
or
think anybody
whatever.
can be blamed for like looking to see what it was.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, like a quick chat.
did I get abducted in an Amber Alert? I want to make sure.
gotta
I want to
be
make
sure.
sure I am not in an Amber
Am I
Alert.
in my car?
Am
Yeah.
I in my?
I don't know.
I am. Okay. And if you deem it important enough,
I will answer
it won't
and
stop
read
at
it.
the alert. You'll read it,
Yes.
write back.
Mhm.
Do you talk to text at least? You don't even do that. Everything they could not have made it because listen, these companies and the people who develop these things, they know people are animals, all right?
Yeah.
They know what people are going to be doing. So they go, okay, listen, let's solve what problems we can. We can't change human nature. Let's create our solutions to help that human nature be less endangering of themselves and other people. So talk to text. So you switch on the, I'm sorry, I'm in the car, I'll get you in a minute. You shut all those off and you go, nope, I'm going to text you in the car.
Right, which is why I leave my phone in my purse in the back seat.
Oh, I
feel
love
like
it.
it's better that I know this about myself, that I know I cannot just have my phone there because I will reach for it and use it while
As long
I'm
as you're
driving.
actively trying to
That's what I'm saying.
stop it,
Yeah.
that's good. It's ridiculous the measures you have to go to, but if that's what you
Whatever.
got to do, that's what you got to
Like
do.
banning myself from the casino. I could
Yeah.
just not go in, but I know that's not going to happen.
Ellen, I have to
legally-
run my phone over. Do you know how many phones I go through? I have to
Wild.
run my phone over every day
Verizon is
before
sick
I
of
get to
it.
work. Oh my God, I'm on burner phones exclusively now. I have to put it in the trunk, and then I have to pour concrete over it in the trunk. It makes it so hard to drive to work with a trunk that heavy.
And just so
Chisel,
you know,
chisel,
that
chisel.
means
Every day.
if you send anything to Mary, she looked at it.
Yeah.
She just didn't respond to you.
Yeah.
That's right.
100% of the time.
That's right.
There's
She left you on
She
read.
left
very
it
few
on.
minutes where my phone is not in my hand.
Wild.
Yeah. I am probably addicted to it, honestly, in some capacity.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, how you doing? How do you know it's me?
Because I guess maybe you've called before. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, I got a story for you about texting and driving and stuff. Me and my buddy were going into Menor one time to do some commercial work in Menor. And we come up on a girl on 90 going in towards Menor, and she's in the fast lane. She has her sun visor down where she can see the mirror, and she's putting on eye makeup in the fast lane. So we kept up with her. And next thing you know, she's done with her eye makeup, and she's texting. And then next thing you know, she's sitting there. She puts her knees on the steering wheel, and then she's twisting up. She's twisting up a doobie, and then continues to smoke it. And we're beeping the horn and waving at her. She goes waving it back, and she holds the doobie up like that and looks at us. We're in a slow lane.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
She's throwing you deuces, man. She's like, "Oh, this is great. I got the thing." I had a girl behind me this morning on my way to work down here who I was just looking and we weren't hitting too much traffic, so we weren't really slowing down. But I was looking behind, and it took me a second to realize that, like, neither of her hands were on the wheel. She was doing her ponytail while she was driving. She's putting it in a bun. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, she's driving with her knees, whatever. But looking back there, because anytime you come, at least for me, anytime I come up to what looks like, traffic or it's being stopped or whatever, I always look first to the person behind me because I'm always like, if they're not paying attention, they're going to rear end me very quickly here. Yep. And so I didn't know what was. Yeah, you don't know. Because this girl was like riding my ass and doing her ponytail. And I'm like, oh, man, something's going to happen here. And yeah. All right. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate the call. But listen, if you happen to be out and see one Mary Santora in her car driving, and you see her eyes darting back and forth, it's not situational awareness. She's not like, where are all the cars at any given time? Nope. What's my phone doing right now? The light just went off.
Yeah.
Even more reasons to get tickets to see her in Willoughby this weekend because it could be her last show with all the driving and texting she does.
You never know.
Yeah. The rain next week.
All right, and then
I'll stay through till the 24th.
Anyway, BillSquire.com. Get those tickets.
Whatever, dude.
All right, I got to take a break. If you want to text 35192 to do that, AlanCoxShow.com if you want to watch live. And we'll be back after these.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.